Hello, welcome to Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. Let's talk about the latest news concerning Manchester United today, which is Wednesday, the 13th of June, 2023. So let's get straight into everything. And for the first news of today concerning the takeover, it was reported that no takeover announcement is expected today. We know yesterday night there was a huge frenzy in the night whereby we got some leaks concerning some announcements that's supposed to come out today. But it's reported that that announcement is not going to be reported today concerning that Qatar has maybe successfully bought Manchester United. Those reports are not going to come out today, and we're not expecting anything public or groundbreaking in the next few days. Like I said before in my previous video, watch out for Friday, because we know that Fridays are the days whereby we get news or concrete news concerning takeover. So for today, which is Wednesday, nothing really groundbreaking came out. There was no announcements. There was nothing like that. In short, the Qatar news outlets came out to deny some of the reports, saying it was not from them, blah, 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 blah. So that's out of the way. So, like I said, we'll wait for Friday. Probably on Friday, we'll get some concrete news as if it's Sheikh Jassim who's going to take over the club, or if it's going to be Sergio Ratcliffe. And I feel there's concrete movement concerning the fact that Qatar, and in short, right now, Qatar are the favorite. So that is what everybody says. That's what everything is pointing to. So as long as there's no official announcement to support that, anything can still happen. So concerning takeover, nothing came out today. We'll wait till Friday, because hopefully that is when we get takeover news. Friday morning, Friday evening, and get an announcement, can get anything. And also for the second news of today, it was reported by Fabrizio Romano that Saudi clubs are aware of the verbal agreement at the final stages between David De Gea and Manchester United over a new deal, of course with reduced terms, shorter years, and reduced salary. But they are still insisting to tempt him to Saudi Arabia. Manchester United remain on the market for a new goalkeeper in any case. So David De Gea contract expires on the 30th of June. So he basically has around 2 weeks for him to decide if he's going to stay or if he's going to go. And yeah, 2 weeks. Anything can happen. I know many fans want him to leave, but probably I really want him to stay, because if he leaves, it means we won't be able to sell Dean Henderson. So that means we have to make Dean Henderson stay and get another goalkeeper. And we know that we're being linked to Jan Sommer of Bayern Munich. So if David De Gea leaves, it means if David De Gea and Dean Henderson leaves in the same summer, that means we have no first choice goalkeeper, no second choice goalkeeper. What are we going to do? Do we have enough money to get in a first choice goalkeeper and a second choice goalkeeper? I don't think we have that huge cash left. So at the end of the day, if David De Gea leaves, the Henderson will stay. Then we'll probably get a new number one, who's going to cost maybe cheaper. Jan Sommer is going to cost that much, maybe around 30 million euros. So maybe we'll look at getting Jan Sommer and then second to Dean Henderson, and both of them could fight for the first spot. But if David De Gea stays, we're not getting Jan Sommer. We're probably getting someone a bit younger than him, like a younger goalkeeper. We are bringing with some younger goalkeepers, and also probably get somebody like we're not going to get anybody, but if David De Gea stays, the Henderson goes, then we'll get a younger goalkeeper. It could be anybody. There we have been linked with some players in Anderlecht. It's an Anderlecht goalkeeper Manchester United have been tracking. It's been reported that we're interested in, so we could look at signing that player. And with the PSG and Mbappe saga, it was reported by French outlet El Pas that PSG could be forced to sell Kylian Mbappe this summer after he informed them that he will not sign a new deal beyond his current contract, which is going to expire in 2024. And United have been linked with the Frenchman, but the move would only develop into something concrete if Sheikh Jassim take over Manchester United, if he's been successful. And yeah, that is true. If it's going to be the Glazers that are going to be here, we're not going to sign Mbappe. Never. That's never going to happen. If it's Sergio Ratcliffe, we are never going to sign Mbappe. But if it's Sheikh Jassim, there's a Qatar relationship, there's even some links saying that this thing has been arranged since February, then we could look at signing Kylian Mbappe. That could happen. That is very, 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 very likely. That could be like a 60 or to 70% chance that it can happen if we get bought by Sheikh Jassim. But of course, it is going to be definitely off if we get bought by either Sergio Ratcliffe or the Glazers stay. So it comes down to Sheikh Jassim. if we get Sheikh Jassim, can sign anybody practically. It's all about the money. Maybe we won't be able to do that immediately, but as years goes by, we definitely can sign anybody. So let's keep an eye for. First of all, let's keep an eye on the takeover news. If Sheikh Jassim comes in as a new owner of the club, then the sky is the limit. You can definitely get anybody we want. So yeah. And finally, it says that Erik Ten Hag wants Man United to sign a new striker. Of course, we know that the top priority for a new striker is Harry Kane, but as of now, that it looks like it's not going to happen. So we could look at signing Rasmus Højlund, a younger striker who will develop. Rasmus Højlund, Mohani, Rando Kolo Mohani, I think he's French, yeah, the French striker, and Rasmus Højlund. The links with Evan Ferguson, but Evan Ferguson signed a new contract, so we can't sign him this summer, probably next summer. And Victor Osimhen, going to be very expensive, more than 30 million euros upward. So we could sign Goncalo Ramos. That's the Benfica striker. Also going to cost upwards of 100 million pounds to sign him. So it's going to be very tricky to sign a new striker. But let's see what happens, because at the end of the day, the takeover issue is really like causing some problems with who is going to be our new striker and how much money we have available. And also, it says that Ten Hag also has his eye on a central midfielder with Mason Mount, the top target. Mason Mount, of course, we know we want to sign Mason Mount for the midfield, but the problem is the fee with Chelsea. Chelsea wants 70 to 80 million pounds. They want to pay 50 to 60 million pounds. How much are we going to agree in the ending? What is it going to be? How are we going to meet ourselves in the middle? The negotiation has been going on for around 2 weeks, and it's still happening. Mason Mount has been told to have patience, that we want him, and we're trying our best to sign him. But how long will he wait? Right now he's on holiday. The England camp they are going to be on. The England team are in the camp, and they're going to be on international break for at least 2 weeks. Mason Mount wasn't picked for the team. He's on vacation, so he's going to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Are we going to sign him before it is time for him to go to join the Chelsea camp for preseason training? Because if we are going to get Mason Mount, we need to sign him early enough so that he doesn't go back to Chelsea training camp for the preseason and then travel with them for preseason tour and then come to us. We need him to follow us on our own tour of the US and other countries. So we need to get this deal done. And of course, Ten Hag wants to get this deal as fast as possible. And also, we could also look to sign a goalkeeper as the uncertainty over David De Gea's future drags on. And while a defender and a younger forward are also wanted, but funding all of this will require cash to be raised by player sales. Of course, we know that we have talked about the David De Gea situation. We need money for that also. And then we all know that we want to sign Kim Min-jae, the South Korean defender who plays in Napoli. That's like our top target for new centre back. But before we get all these signings done, it is said that we need to sell some players. We need to sell players like Harry Maguire, Dean Henderson, Scott McTominay, if possible, Fred, if possible. Who else? Martial cannot be sold, so they don't need. Maybe Sancho if a good deal comes. But we definitely need to do some business. We definitely need to raise some money. We can make 30 million from Dean Henderson, right? 30 million from McTominay, 60 million. Another 30 million from Maguire, that's 90 million. We can sell Alex Telles, Alex Telles, Bailly, Brandon Williams, 3 of them for like at least 15 million. That's 105 million we have already raised. So definitely we can raise up to 100 million from selling players this summer. But it all comes down to how fast we can do all these deals, because we all know we are slow, we all know we are shit at transfers, we all know that there's high chance that it will be the 1st of July and I haven't signed anybody. Just like the way we waited last year for the whole of July. And who do we sign? We signed for the whole of June rather, and we signed Malaysia first in July. Then we got everything deal done afterwards. Just slow and unbearable, because right now the takeover issue is what is disturbing it of United fans. But if we can get this done, if we can get some positive news this week, then the transfer can ease up a little bit. We know that if Sheikh Jassim is going to be the new owner, we know that then maybe he can have an arrangement whereby some funds are being provided while the due diligence is being done, while the Premier League checks his finances and the whole deal and everything. But for now, this is the story. Kylian Mbappe can come to United if we get bought by Sheikh Jassim. On the takeover issue, it has not been announced who is going to be the preferred bidder. It can be Sheikh Jassim, it can be Shadran Cliff, but right now it looks like Sheikh Jassim is going to be the new owner. And for Mason Mount, Ten Hag wants him as a priority for the midfield. Harry Kane a priority for the striking position, but for Harry Kane, we don't know how we're going to get past that problem. We'll probably have to sign somebody else. And for Mason Mount, we still have to negotiate with Chelsea. And for David De Gea, Saudi clubs want him, but will he choose to stay or will he choose to go? We want him to stay most likely, but the deal has not been signed yet, and he will be a free agent by the 1st of July. So he has 2 weeks to decide where he wants to stay. That's all for now. Don't forget, this is Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. Thanks for watching this video. If you are subscribed to this channel, please do like this video, so this video can move to as many fans as possible. If you're not subscribed, please do join this community of Die Hard Manchester United fans, and I will see you all on the next one.